things that exist only in Asia. It is said that the world is a book and those who don't travel read only one page. Traveling allows one to experience other people's cultures and ways of life. It is these little differences in how we go about life that make the earth an interesting place. To be sudden, our hearts are set out for adventure and our minds are more open. We become more daring. After all, we only live once, right? We don't want any experience to pass us by. We go looking for the most breathtaking scenery and our problems don't weigh us down anymore. But sometimes, we are not prepared for places that could potentially send waves of culture shock around our brains. What seems normal to the residents of that area is like nothing you've ever seen or imagined, such as Asia. The continent of Asia and its people are notorious for stretching the limits. They will leave you dumbfounded, but let's be real, normal is boring. Hello there and welcome to another amazing episode of Stunning 5. Number 8. Cricket fighting. While the rest of the world is into dog shows and animal circuses, China is into cricket fighting. It is actually highlighted as a highly anticipated sport and has been in existence for the past 1,000 years. The participants are expected to keep the contesting crickets as pets. I can't bring myself to imagine how they are able to sleep in the same house with those ear-deafening sounds produced by a cricket. Some Chinese people also casually keep them as a sign of good luck. The cricket owners then dedicate their time to raising and training them to fight other crickets. We all know that if you're in a physical training program, a protein-rich diet is a must, and these crickets are not an exception for some of them. Their daily food includes bean paste in water. Since the lifespan of a cricket is 100 days, there is only little time to train them. Ahead of the main competition, the National Cricket Fighting Championship is held during the autumn when the crickets are most active in cricket. To win, it must be able to meet several physical characteristics. It is actually a 2-day event with a series of elimination rounds. Each contesting team is expected to have 35 crickets, which are supposed to be delivered to the event organizers 6 days prior to the championship. The contesting crickets, which must be male, are then placed in a ring. They try to make the competition as realistic as possible. As is expected, the fighting ring is small. In fact, it is the size of a shoebox. The crickets are then irritated by poking them with a straw of hay. Number 7. Eat from the toilet. Yes, you heard that right, eat from the toilet. I know it sounds unbelievable, but there is actually a 3-story restaurant in Taiwan that is famously known as Waiting for the Modern Toilet. You can bet that the whole restaurant has a toilet theme to it. The seats are actually real toilets with seats down the same kind you'd find in your washroom, and if you want to get a little more comfortable, you can sit on the coaches, which are made to look like giant toilets. I know it's insane to say the least, as if that is not enough. The tables contain mini toilet seats which have some fake stuff in them to fully represent a real toilet. Yes, that includes fake poop. 2 shower heads are used as decoration on the walls, and the lights are poop-shaped. So, how are drinks served? You may ask. In many urinals. If you don't believe me, then go look it up yourself. The plates and bowls are also in the shape of different toilet bowls, and the menu, well, it does have some feces-related names. Even though the place is hygienic and absolutely poop-free, it's still a wonder as to how people don't gag while they're in there. It's not everyone's cup of tea, that's for sure. While it may seem disgusting in the eyes of many. Number 6. Special toilet features. In Japan, there is an unspoken rule that one cannot enter the house with the shoes you've been wearing outside the house. It is considered rude to do so regardless of whether you are in a home, temples, some offices, and even restaurants. Cleanliness is a very important part of Japanese culture. If you are a guest, your host will offer you guest slippers. That's very kind of them, don't you think? But that's not all. They have toilet slippers that are only used when using the toilet. It is also a must for you to use them. You have to remove your guest slippers and wear toilet slippers. What's even more interesting is that they don't use just any slippers as toilet slippers. The toilet slippers have a closed-toe style and have a clear toilet label on them. They even have the male and female signs that you would normally find on toilet doors. They are one-size-fits-all slippers that are meant to protect your indoor slippers from getting wet and confine toilet germs in one area. They also come in 2 major sizes, kids and adults. Number 5. Canned air. Yeah, these Asian countries never cease to amaze us in the 21st century. It was only a matter of time before someone started selling the air that was freely given to mankind, but the reason for this invention is quite logical. Owing to the high population and constant inventions and improvements of various infrastructure, China has turned into one of the most polluted parts of the world. Some of these Asian countries have been wearing masks way before the onset of the pandemic. A Canadian company saw the need for people to experience what it feels like to breathe clean, fresh air again. What started as a joke quickly turned into a $1 million business, but this leaves us with one question. How can one consume and benefit from the canned air without it escaping? Well, the lid of the can is shaped like a funnel that is fitted on the nozzle, and you can put the wider end over your nostrils and mouth. This ensures that the air is trapped for a few seconds to allow you to take it in uncontaminated. The canned air is selectively collected from different countries. Number 4. Makelong Railway. The Makelong Railway is found in Thailand, and its tracks cut through a very busy market. This tourist attraction site is no new thing. It's been there since 1905. The market came first, then the railway line was built right in the middle of it. For this reason, the market is considered to be the most dangerous market on the planet. The train doesn't pass once but several times a day. 6 times to be precise every now and then. Traders are forced to move their goods from the railway tracks to protect them from getting damaged. When the warning bell goes off, the traders have a maximum of 3 minutes to move and close their umbrellas. It's normally a race against time, a matter of life and death. So, the traders don't move their goods far from the tracks, just enough the train itself passes inches away from the stalls. Daringly, close enough to touch. The good thing is that the train moves slowly through the market, but that is not guaranteed the safety of traders and customers. Number 3. Geese Police. Well, I know you are probably saying to yourself that geese are on almost every continent, and I do agree with you, but they are never used as police assistants. While the rest of the world searched for the best dog breeds to train as police dogs, the rural parts of China went for geese. Apparently, geese are very effective when it comes to enforcing the law, and according to them they do a much better job than dogs. They are equipped with sharp eyesight, exceptional hearing. They are loud and aggressive, making them very efficient. Who would have thought that a goose could actually make a great guard? Not just great, but great enough to be used by the police. Wow. Number 2. Greeting bow. The standard Asian greeting is non-verbal, and it involves a soft, very gentle bow. The bow is accompanied with palm pressed together on the chest or hand pressed against the hips. It symbolizes humility and respect for one another. A small head nod is equally considered casual to the extent that the mode of bowing is different from one Asian country to another. If you are not good at remembering them, don't go around throwing hugs and kisses. Just say hello and don't forget to smile. Number 1. Overcrowded Transport. The continent of Asia is home to the most populated countries in the world. Because of this reason, it is expected that some of its parts are overpopulated, leading to congestion and overcrowding in its various means of transport. India is no exception, as it is the world's second most populated country. The congestion in its trains is nothing short of astonishing, and because desperate times call for desperate measures, long delays have pushed the residents to look for other ways to move about, which is basically squeezing into the train or standing onto the roof or holding onto the sides of the train. Some of them don't even secure themselves. They just stand straight on the roof. You might mistake them for Disney's Aladdin only because the carpet in this case is the roof of the train. It's obviously very risky, but these had been the norm for a long time before the government banned them from using the roof of the train. Following a number of deadly accidents, I'd like to know what other methods they came up with after the ban. If you have a clue, please let us know in the comments below, and if you think the Indian train is overcrowded, you should see the one in Bangladesh where tens of thousands of people scramble for even the slightest space on the train. Which of these did you find weird enough? Let us know in the comments section below, and if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to check out our videos.